Alright guys, we have another week of the side quest. You can pick up your gate keys, you can pick up your entry tickets. It looks like we will get more entry tickets to use. I don't know if it's just going to be to repeat this one over and over again. There's also an objective if you want to pick up the easiest Titan shards you'll ever pick up. You can just type in Wolverine and duel Wolverine with a Saga champion. Do that 5 times very easily. So I just grab Viv, jump in, do a quick duel. You do that 5 times and you can get 1,000 Titan shards. Those are the easiest Titan shards you will ever get in the game. Next up, we're going to jump into the actual quest. And there are 3 paths, of course. I'm going to try and do this one with 5 stars for you. Always make sure you do a random path first. The path C is all about intercepts. Path B is about, you need like bleed immune. And path 1, you really want slow, or you can dance around the unstoppable. I think the random path I got was B. This is a super easy one. Bring in your Vivs, your Guillotine 2099s, your Warlocks, any bleed immune champion, also like Omega Sentinel, anyone that has like some heal block here. It's going to be really easy. I'm just going to let the music play out on this one. There is really nothing too crazy on this one at all. But all the paths are centered around you not really wanting to block. Like here, if you block, you're going to take bleeds. So obviously you need someone who can deal with the bleeds. On path C, which I don't do in this one, it's going to give the opponent a lot of furies. And you're going to have to, there's ebb and flow intercept in order to do your damage. But at the same time, when you evade, you also get a lot of prowess. So you could really try and cheese it with like Mystic champions that can benefit from nullifying all the buffs, like a Kushala or a Wiccan. But you don't, even if you're not the best interceptor, you're going to gain a lot of prowess. So that one is not too bad. And path A, which we are going to do in this one, is really centered around slow, but at the same time you can kind of dance around it if you don't want to. But I think path A has the most difficult batch of champions, because there's a Morningstar that is going to put bleeds on you, there's a Kushala that can be really annoying, and there's Pierce on that node as well, that if you take if you don't intercept them, they're going to gain a lot of Pierce, and the Pierce is going to do a lot of damage. So I'm going to let the music play out on this one, and then we'll discuss path A when we get to that. All right, guys, welcome back. We got path A here that I'm going to do. I'm going to use my gate key now to for the next two paths. Obviously, I only have one now. We'll have to wait a couple days to get the final key. But here is centered really around slow. There's an unstoppable here, but there's also pierce. So if you let them get the pierce, it's gonna hitting it. You're not gonna be able to parry. It's gonna be a ton of block damage, especially with 5 stars. And again, I'm using 5 stars just to help you guys out. You can use your top champions and blitz through it. Also, energy attacks are going to just heal them. So you don't want energy attacks here. I brought in Stealth Spidey. He's absolutely fantastic. You just have to make sure that you do not. I think his special 2 has some energy attacks in there. So you can see here the energy from the special 2 doesn't do a ton of damage. But as long as you can keep up the slow, then you're in pretty good shape here. I did do this on my other account and did this path as well as my gate key one. Unfortunately, I actually did it with 5 stars, thinking I was going to record it, and it didn't record. I actually did not use Stealth Spidey the first time. But I did have Spider-Man 2099 with Anti-Venom. Anti-Venom, if you have him as a 5-star ranked up, is going to be really good for the next fight, which is a Kushala. He also has like a Decelerate in his kit where you can basically put on a style of a slow, which will stop Unstoppable. So he is actually, and he's Incinerate immune, so he's actually really good for that Kushala. And I actually brought in, I had a 5-star Photon on my other account, which is a Science Bleed immune champion, and that worked really well for Morningstar. I actually brought Omega Sentinel, which does too much energy damage, which I didn't realize, or like an oversight on my part, and that fight took absolutely forever. So I really sped up that one. Here, I actually butchered this Kushala one. Actually, I told you I had Anti-Venom on my main account, or my other account, and he worked really well. But here, I did not work particularly well. So I end up dying lose a few champions on this Kushala. But then we have this super long fight with Omega Sentinel against Morningstar, and then for the final Tigra, I actually bring in Stealth Spidey, but he's not a Saga champion, and you need to beat the boss of each path, the last fight on each path, with a Saga champion in order to get the extra Mysterium, which is an objective. So what you're going to see me do is I get Tigra down to like 2%, pause the game, quit out. I went in actually with Anti-Venom and tapped Tigra for the win and the objective. So hopefully that helps you guys out. Not the greatest path here on path A, but again, slow champions are going to be helpful. An Incinerate immune one for Kushala maybe might be helpful, and definitely a bleed immune champion for Morningstar. So hopefully that helps you guys out. I will wait another 2 days to get my gate key, and I will get we'll do another part 2 with path C in it in a couple days. So hopefully this helps you out, and we'll see you in the next one, guys. Bye bye.